Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vinny Eastwood Show, broadcasting live from the fabulously fluoridated capital of Auckland, New Zealand, the island-chained nation in the sunny slave South Pacific. It's gosh dang beautiful down here, especially because it's Fukushima irradiated and everybody got a part-time job as an incandescent light bulb. On behalf of the Prime Minister John Key, in order to help the economy. Speaking of helping the economy, I want to go straight into some news here. And a lot of people don't know how to pronounce this guy's name properly. I do. The message, just in case people didn't hear it, that I wanted to go into today is regarding Hone Harawira. Now, Hone has, just recently been arrested. And he's been arrested because, he parked his car in front of a house that was about to be removed, okay, like a state house, that sort of thing. And what happened was he, he was wrapped on the windows by a couple of cops and stuff like that. He was blocking this truck that was going to take away a state house in a community that's being absolutely smacked over, to tell you the truth, by the government and Agenda 21 protocol. The world itself doesn't know about this story, of course. This is just a New Zealand localized news. And I'd like to make this a little bit more out there, because I think it's actually worth international note that a member of the New Zealand Parliament has been arrested for defending the poor. That's quite an interesting one. Now, I know. Socialism, all of that kind of stuff. There's lots of bad things about it. You disagree, and what have you. It's an intellectual thing, and of course, once those intellectual things become powerful, then they become an extermination thing. I get that. However, I do know a lot of socialists, and they have a big heart and a big conscience, and they would never screw anybody over. Or at least that's most of the socialists that I know. Hone, I think, kind of fits into that category nicely. So, the article, and this is only published about 26 minutes ago, they were down at the courthouse in downtown Auckland. I couldn't go because I've got to do the show today, but here's the article anyway. Mana Party leader Hone Harawira says his court appearance this morning could be criticised as a publicity stunt, but he defends his actions during last week's housing protest. Surrounded by smiling supporters with flags outside Auckland District Court, Harawira said lawyers were lining up to represent him for a charge of failing to comply with a police direction. This is what happens when you put yourself in the line of fire. Okay? Often, your troops just come out to defend you. Whoa. We are having some connectivity issues today. Yes, we are. Okay. Well, I don't know if anybody can still hear me, but let's just go on with the broadcast as though you can. Harawira, who was arrested after allegedly refusing to move his car during a public housing protest in Glen Innes on October 11th, said he had a sound track record of defending himself in court. Wearing a black t-shirt with the slogan, "State houses are state assets," Harawira pleaded not guilty in court this morning. 4 co-accused, Chant West, Kirsty Fong, Ella Grace, and Omar Hamed. Oh, I know Omar. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vinny Eastwood Show. I don't know if you can hear me very well. There is some real messed up stuff going on. We had the internet cut right out. I had to reset it. It took like 20-30 minutes. My video is completely messed up. I don't know if people can hear me. There's a whole lot of real funky business happening today on the show. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think it's because I'm getting Tila Tequila on. Okay? I'm just really, really suspicious right now, yo. Okay? And here's the thing. You can see how nuts I'm sounding in my voice. I was running around going absolutely crazy, just going, oh dear goodness, the internet's off. I'm doing a show. Oh, this is the worst possible time this could ever freaking happen. And of course, oh my god, I need to catch my breath here for a second, because this is uber stressful. Dig this. Tequila, hopefully coming on in the next hour. She was discovered by a Playboy scout back in the day. Okay, she was born in Singapore, her parents Vietnamese, half French, one of them, and then moved into Texas, and now she's living in California. And she's been on a number of TV shows, like even the Cleveland show, Robot Chicken, or My House Rules, or whatever, sitcoms, and movies and stuff like that. Like I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. She had a little cameo on that puppy. And so she's made a name for herself, right? She was number one on MySpace, okay? She's, have you ever heard of Little Miss Popularity? Well, she's Little Miss Internet Popularity. And she's come out recently after living this life of the extreme entertainment industry, coming up with numbers of websites, a social network, a line of clothing, and all this other jazz, coming into bands and doing all sorts of things like that. And the thing that happens is when you're getting into that really deep fame and fortune, and you're actually able to reach lots of people, if you start to try and help people, you will be attacked. Okay, this is what I've found. If you get big enough, you get attacked. And it turns out that she's had her website hacked, and what else? She's had her Facebook account blocked. She's been banned from Facebook. She's been under surveillance. There's all these pay webbot troll kind of scumbags in her chat room during her show. They've all been plagued by technical difficulties. This kind of thing. And she said on her show, and I wasn't sure how much I could give her credit for this, but she said on her show that basically if you come out and help her, you'll start to be attacked. And I don't know. It's just a suspicion at my mind at this point, because it's kind of like internet gremlins, okay? They're related to the gremlins that steal only one out of each pair of your socks from the dryer, kind of thing. They're real mystical creatures, and they just they work their magic, and stuff just gets really messed up. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry about the terrible audio. I'm recording this on Skype as well, so in the audio archives and also on the video for the Vinny Eastwood show that you can get at Mr. News Guerrilla Media. I'll be uploading it as quick as I can after the show today. You should have a decent quality audio stream there. So if you're listening live, I apologize for the lack of quality. I don't know what's going on. There's this thing that happens with Skype sometimes where the video will be all kind of pixelated, you know what I mean? And it just doesn't freaking work. And apparently all this stuff is going nuts. So anyway, Tila will be coming on next hour, if we're lucky, because she's prepping for a tour at the moment, cruising all over the show. I don't know exactly where she's going, but if we are gonna talk to her at least, I also wanted to address the people in the chat room and all their fans and that kind of stuff by saying thank you very much for supporting Tila, and thank you very much for joining in to listen to this broadcast as well, because of the fact that, well, basically we all got to stand together or we all hang separate on this one. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who think Tina being bisexual and this sort of thing and posing for Playboy might be something of a put-off, okay? Drug use, that sort of thing. But just bear in mind, okay, everybody has done things that they may or may not be terribly proud of. But the thing is, you're not actually defined, I've found, by the actions of the past. You're actually more defined by the actions of the present. And if you come out for the truth movement to expose the scumbaggery element in our society, the Illuminati, New World Order, globalists, whatever you want to call them, the elite, if you come out and expose these people from a high up position of immense popularity, as Tila has, basically you paint a big target on you. And this comes up to my idea of the phalanx. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Greek military history, a phalanx is a shield formation whereby you will have large shields that are capable of covering each soldier from thigh to neck. And they lock shields in a kind of wall, and the idea is not to defend yourself as a soldier with that one particular shield. Your job is actually to protect the soldier to the left of you with your shield. So you've got two shields basically lapping over each other, and every time that something comes at you from what you can't see, it'll be directly into the line of sight of the person behind you, sort of thing. So it doesn't matter where you attempt to penetrate the phalanx, you cannot. Kind of like segments on a caterpillar or something like that, going in and out of each other. There's no actual weak spot revealed. And in a media context, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to deploy this tactique because the whole point of having a shield that shields somebody from thigh to neck is that those are where the femoral arteries are. That's where your throat is. This is the thing that they do to ensure that large body blows that will actually kill you, rather than just, a stab to the foot or the shoulder or something like that, will be deflected. And in a media context, we are talking about coming together with others, particularly in their time of great stress and great need. Reason you do this is only in an emergency basis, okay? Because we're not in combat 99% of the time. But when we are being surveilled, when we are being hacked, when we are being destroyed in the media and things of that nature, it is imperative that those who are not currently under attack lend at least a little bit of a hand. Can you post a blog on your website? Can you bring this person onto your radio show? Can you do a YouTube video about them? Can you tweet it out? Can you do... See? There's all number of ways to contribute. Can you send food to that person's house? Are you a kung fu master with uber skills that can protect somebody's ass if incredibly dangerous individuals with guns or special heart attack weapons and stuff like that come to attack you? You all got to do what you can in order to support the people who need it most at the time, okay? Because not everybody will be under attack for long periods of time. It's called a retracted battle, basically. You can't fight a war like that on a constant basis, because war's very expensive, it's very taxing, and this is true for being attacked by the New World Order as well. The tactic here is COINTELPRO. Now, COINTELPRO, for those of you who don't know, means Counterintelligence Program. Okay, so I've actually done a little article on this called COINTELPRO, which you can have a look at on the internet. So if you're on the YouTube channel, How to Deal with Trolls, Controlled Opposition, and COINTELPRO. So this is something that people need to really kind of look up. So it's how to deal with trolls, controlled opposition, and COINTELPRO. Okay, you really do have to have a look at this little article there and the YouTube video, mostly because it's basically got some real straightforward tactics in there which you can use in order to expose the scumbaggery and, of course, protect yourself from it. Because, look, these people follow the same actions. Okay, they gang stalk, they use similar methodologies and protocol and what have you. So it's more than likely that if you come up with a tactic to expose them, that you've got basically a rich history to draw from. Okay, so what's the definition of according to me, of what COINTELPRO is? It's persons or organisations that form different sides of any debate by intent, with a mission to discredit every side and confuse everyone. That instead of resolving anything, the agents often preach or engage in the very message they purport to oppose. Thus, when members of their audience get fed up with one wrong or silly argument, they naturally assume the other side must be correct and swing across, only to be captured by another false argument set up in collusion with the other debating party or parties. The impact of this operation is vast. Many people who are truth seekers are often captivated by COINTELPRO's staged or rigged debate. This makes people waste significant proportions of their time following leaders whom they had wrongly believed to be telling the truth. Moreover, it often also affects even high-level figures and activists in the truth movement who have suffered demonizing abuse and harassments based on frivolous and malicious lies intended to discredit them and destroy their reputation, hence advancing the agenda of COINTELPRO to distract, derail and disable people who are becoming effective at challenging or exposing them. Number one, here's what you do. Ignore, ignore, ignore. When you are targeted with attacks by liars, it often produces a flame of indignation. You'll be tempted to reply and try to set the record straight. This is a waste of time. Facebook, YouTube and many other platforms have the block function available for a reason. Oftentimes, blocking an account is the quickest and easiest way to balance one's chi. And number two, what if they persist? Then record any calls, take screenshots of comments, and keep them in well-organized files for future potential use, including litigation. Then when you have enough material evidence, expose. When you feel you've got enough dirt on your COINTELPRO guy or gal to make them look like an utter scumbag, then it's time to expose them. A simple video on YouTube with the material you've gathered is a straightforward way of allowing others who may encounter said individual to know the truth quickly and avoid wasting their researching time finding out whether COINTELPRO's accusations are true. Videos that show material evidence do not lie. And lastly, reach out to your supporters. Remember that you are never alone. Your friends and family, colleagues and others are the best source of comfort when you are under attack. Do not sit back and think you can handle your defense by yourself. Seeking guidance from a trusted person is often the best medicine for a frustrated mind. In short, never let your enemies isolate you. This is Vinny Eastwood from The Vinny Eastwood Show. We'll be right back with Tila Tequila in the second hour, hopefully.
If you take an active interest in maintaining the optimum health and well-being of yourself and your family, the New Zealand Journal of Natural Medicine is the magazine you've been waiting for. Having taken Australia and New Zealand by storm, the New Zealand Journal of Natural Medicine is now available in the UK and Europe. Visit www.nznaturalmed.co.uk or call 01626 337 531 to order your copy now.
No matter where you live, globalism affects you. Did you know that the Vinny Eastwood Show has more subscribers than New Zealand Herald TV and is New Zealand's most popular YouTube news channel, where warm-hearted humour and a list of awesome guests talk about crucial issues which the mainstream media ignore. A show where you, the listener, can phone up with questions, comments and suggestions of guests. Vinny is building a hub to connect truthers with raw information they need to become active. He can help you gain further skills such as website building, producing audio and video, and creating revenue streams in your own multimedia environment. Because Vinny supports such a wide range of people in the truth movement, he is not government or corporate backed and relies entirely on your donations. Give now, give generously, or subscribe for $10 a month for access to ad-free video archives. Just visit thevinnieeastwoodshow.com and click donate.
Do you realize every day we are being put under constant stress from wireless radiation? What's worse is that you don't even know that it's happening. It puts as much stress on our body as if we had a constant viral infection, draining our energy and sapping our strength, or just making us irritable and fatigued. These wireless fields are being emitted from computers, microwaves, mobile phones, power lines, and any electrical appliance. Now there is a solution. A group of research engineers in New Zealand have come up with an active shielding device that shields you from wireless radiation at a cellular level. Blue Shield comes in 3 models: a household, portable, and USB that plugs into any computer. The great thing about Blue Shield is it is very affordable and guaranteed to last. A one-off purchase will see you being protected for years to come. Visit AmericanFreedomRadio.com and click on the Blue Shield banner. Blue Shield, brought to you by the VinnyEastwoodShow.com.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the fastest 2 hours in talk radio. It's the Vinny Eastwood Show, broadcasting live on AmericanFreedomRadio.com. I'm aware that the voice has been cutting out significantly today, so I apologise in advance for that. And we're having problems, not just in that regard. Also, Tila is online but not showing up. Not answering the call, so I don't know what the heck is going on there. It's just one of those frustrating, really messed up days, you know what I'm saying? One of those days that kind of makes you go, oh, what the frack is going on, man? I cannot deal with this BS. And you know, anybody who listens to this show regularly will know that this never happens, okay? I am actually known for having the least technical difficulties kind of thing. All right, I'm known for that, and this is just whoa, this never happens. It's beyond a joke, and of course, it makes me suspicious that it might be because of bringing Tila coming on, as I said before, but I cannot prove it, and this is the thing. I'm feeling a little bit crazy right now, mostly because of the unsurety of it, and this is something a lot of people share. And this is the point of COINTELPRO, is to make you go just a little bit nuts. Because then they don't have to spend so much time discrediting you. You'll wind up discrediting yourself. You'll wind up appearing flustered, inarticulate, stupid, accusatory, paranoid, all of these nice, wonderful names that you'd expect to be called as a conspiracy theorist. So, my bag about all of this is that the world doesn't know about the New World Order. They don't know about the Illuminati. They don't know nothing. This is the difficulty that you are trying to face if you are coming into the public square to attempt to get people aware that these scumbags, these fracks, do exist. They are attacking people. They are killing people. They are rigging elections. They are manipulating the media. They are running drugs and guns and oil and gold scams all over the fracking place. It is undeniable. It is happening all the time. If you just look for just a minute into anything to do with counterintelligence. Okay, you take about, I don't know what happened just there. We seem to have been disconnected and then reconnected again. What's going on here? There's some real messed up stuff. Oh my God. This is crazy. Absolutely nuts. It's beyond a joke. I'm sorry if that has cut out for everybody there. Like I said, probably being hacked or something. Now, this is the difficulty. People don't know about, say, Tupac Shakur. Or you probably heard about Martin Luther King being assassinated, being set up, being surveilled, that kind of thing. And apparently my video and audio has corrected itself, so that's nice. Okay, thank you very much. And let's try and reconnect Miss Tila if we can, but oh goodness, thank God, we're back! We're back, motherfracker! Yeah! Okay, the gremlins have been exterminated. I love that. Okay, anyway, I was talking about Tupac. And yes, I know it's ironic that a white boy is talking about Tupac. Okay, but dig this. His uncle, right? Just remember Tupac's mother was like head of the Black Panthers in Harlem. And during that time of civil rights activism and things like that, there were huge amounts of surveillance and demonization of black leaders, assassinations, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, etc. All these people just wind up getting killed. And one story that stuck out most, and you can have a look, there's a Tupac Shakur documentary online somewhere about this, I forget what it's called, but his father... or uncle, sorry, that was Tupac's mentor, was hiding out in his friend's place overnight because he was afraid that he might get killed, right? And sure enough, police roll up outside, shoot the whole house up, and destroy a huge, just basically, they pepper the whole front of the house with bullets, basically. They didn't hit the two guys inside. They were lying on the floor. Tupac's uncle comes out, buck naked, okay? And he tells his mate, come out naked too, because if you're wearing a shirt, you're wearing anything, the cops will say there's a gun on you, and they will kill you. So he comes out buck naked in the spotlights, all these guns pointed at him, all of these cops looking at him, and they don't shoot. His friend comes out behind him, and he took off his shirt, but he still had his pants on, and they shot him, and he died. Okay? This is the kind of people that we're dealing with. Sociopathic criminality. These people are so dangerous and insidious. They are capable of infiltrating virtually anything. They got the good technology, surveillance, whatever. And in fact, I've been talking with a bunch of people now that have got what they call psychotronic weaponry, where they can like microwave you in your house from a distance and stuff like this. A lot of the stuff's like, whoa, hold on, it's going a bit too far here. I'll tell you what's going too far. Seeing people being exterminated for trying to bring peace, love, and unity into the freaking country of America, and then everybody just going, no, we don't want peace, love, and unity. Let's just exterminate those fracks. Like they did to Tupac and all the other black leaders and a whole bunch of other people now. Okay? You talk about Andrew Breitbart, for instance, guy who was going to come out with all this evidence on Obama, and he's just like coming home, not too late at night from a few drinks down at the local bar. Guy has a heart attack. What? It happens too often for it to all be pure coincidence. And the difficulty with conspiracy is that it takes decades sometimes for the conspiracy and the truth of it to actually come out. That's the danger. We, as human beings, have a responsibility to protect those around us. We are small social group creatures by nature. Only a few friends. You're only really capable of maintaining maybe 5 or so really, really good, strong friendships, contacts, that kind of thing. Or maybe you're able to have about 1,000 different social connections as well, acquaintances and what have you. My problem is that we now live in a digital age, which can amplify somebody's voice and meaning and story far more than simply one person can do talking to one other person. So the natural state of being in small groups, protecting each other's interests, looking out, watching one's back, and what have you, has kind of gone by the wayside now, because the vast majority of the population have now turned into spectators. Okay, they're not involved. You cannot be directly involved with somebody who has a radio show or is big in Hollywood or something like that, and a job in a very, very strong capacity unless you're actually in it with them, unless you're actually doing the work with them. Most people cannot do that, particularly the listeners to the radio shows and the watchers of those TV shows. You can participate by calling up and sending emails and helping out where you can. But the difficulty is, when you're doing that, essentially what you're doing is you're creating more work for that person rather than a working relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem here. We don't take responsibility for ourselves and we try to put it onto other people. Okay, like people will come to me and say, oh, I need this to be sent to a big radio show host or something like that. Please help me get it through. It looks like the technical issues are not yet resolved. Still cutting out. I don't know what it is. Skype's just like signing me out. Weird, man. If anybody is like a hacktivist, a dude with some frickin' mask that says I am Legion or some Shiite Muslim like that, would you please be able to hack into my account or computer or something like that and install a virus that'll infect any other frickin' hacking scumbag that comes into it? I don't know what to do about all this. You just got to roll with the punches. For frack's sake! The technical issues, man. And it makes you feel so unprofessional. Now, Tequila. Yeah. I think Tequila is actually ready now. We can connect her up. So AFR at the studio, if you can hear me, please connect up Miss Tila. There we go. She's coming in. It will be very, very nice indeedy. So, just before she comes on, a little bit of a background about... hey Tila, how are ya?
I'm good. I don't know how this works. I'm really
being hacked. We're having immense technical issues, Tila, with the show today. So I must apologise for all of this.
So now I'm running Vinny's show. Welcome to Vinny's /Tila show.
I'm back. Okay. Sorry about this. Again, plagued by technical difficulties today. And Tila, I really do think it's your fault.
You know what? I'm having difficulties as well. And I'm telling you, man, they're watching us.
Yeah. Like it was kind of like in the back of my mind before starting the show today. Man, I wonder if they're going to try and mess with my show. And sure enough, they're messing with it real bad. And last night I had this kind of premonition that I needed to get a new modem, that somehow it's going to frack out, and I didn't know why I was thinking that.
You're cutting out on me too.
Yeah.
You're cutting me too.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what.
Guys.
Can you give us your phone number? Just type it into the Skype chat and we'll connect you that way.
Okay, you just got cut off. Let's start this over because you just got cut off.
Okay, I can hear you, so just talk and tell us about yourself.
Okay, 1 second. You guys are typing me to... Who is someone from your people or some weird stuff is going on, man? Hold on 1 second.
I'm just asking.
Just keep talk to listeners and
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to. Yeah, just trying. I can hear you.
Are your people typing me to ask for my information, or is that some?
That's me. That's me.
Okay, so I'm going to type you what you.
So we're just going to get Tila's phone number and try and reconnect her that way. We have that in there. Hopefully that might resolve some of the technical issues. This is what we've got with the backup system here, ladies and gentlemen. So Tila, I don't know if you can hear me very well, but the thing that I was trying to talk about earlier was that, well, basically we're under attack right now, okay, in every single way. Even if you're not under attack, believe me, you're under attack. You've got the fluoride, you've got the chemtrails, you've got the goodness knows what else and everything, right? It's a real messed up thing to think about, and it's like I'm surrounded by evil and scumbaggery at all times, and it's like, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, the reality. And my bag about this is, well, essentially, you've got to stop being afraid of these fracks, okay? Frack them. They want to mess with me? Oh, mate, you've stirred up the hornet's nest now. Now I'm pissed, and I'm going to sting you until you're dead, or jump under water, and then I'm going to make sure that you can't come up under that water to have a breath without 10,000 stingers going down your throat. Scumbag! That's what I'm talking about. You have these people who are working for the government, or working for the man in some way, shape, or form, and they got no scruples. Okay, they don't care if you're a man or a woman or a child or anything like that. They got no care for that whatsoever. They'll just kill you. They'll just demonize you. They'll just screw with you. Now, we may have Tina connected on the phone now. Tila, are you there? No, she's not answering. Okay, real problems. Oh my God. The frustratingest show ever. I must apologise for the inconvenience to the listeners. Wrong number. Okay, can you give it to us again? We'll try this again after the break, and I sincerely apologise, ladies and gentlemen. My God, this is so frustrating. It's real bad for me as the host. I can just imagine how many people are listening in and just going, oh, this sounds really unprofessional and crappy. I'm going to tune out, and I'm not going to tune back in. But please do. We're coming to break, and we'll be back in just about 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
If you take an active interest in maintaining the optimum health and well-being of yourself and your family, the New Zealand Journal of Natural Medicine is the magazine you've been waiting for. Having taken Australia and New Zealand by storm, the New Zealand Journal of Natural Medicine is now available in the UK and Europe. Visit www.nznaturalmed.co.uk or call 01626 337 531 to order your copy now.
No matter where you live, globalism affects you. Did you know that the Vinny Eastwood show has more subscribers than New Zealand Herald TV and is New Zealand's most popular YouTube news channel, where warm-hearted humour and a list of awesome guests talk about crucial issues which the mainstream media ignore? A show where you, the listener, can phone up with questions, comments and suggestions of guests. Vinny is building a hub to connect truthers with raw information they need to become active. He can help you gain further skills such as website building, producing audio and video, and creating revenue streams in your own multimedia environment. Because Vinny supports such a wide range of people in the truth movement, he is not government or corporate backed and relies entirely on your donations. Give now, give generously, or subscribe for $10 a month for access to ad-free video archives. Just visit thevinnyeastwoodshow.com and click donate.
Do you realise every day we are being put under constant stress from wireless radiation? What's worse is that you don't even know that it's happening. It puts as much stress on our body as if we had a constant viral infection, draining our energy and sapping our strength, or just making us irritable and fatigued. These wireless fields are being emitted from computers, microwaves, mobile phones, power lines, and any electrical appliance. Now there is a solution. A group of research engineers in New Zealand have come up with an active shielding device that shields you from wireless radiation at a cellular level. Blue Shield comes in 3 models: a household, portable, and USB that plugs into any computer. The great thing about Blue Shield is it is very affordable and guaranteed to last. A one-off purchase will see you being protected for years to come. Visit AmericanFreedomRadio.com and click on the Blue Shield banner. Blue Shield, brought to you by theVinnyEastwoodShow.com.
Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Got nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide.
Welcome back.
It's not love.
listen to the Vinny Eastwood Show. The most technically plagued and sexiest 2 hours in talk radio. Oh yeah! Broadcasting live from the fabulously fluoridated capital of Auckland, New Zealand, the island-chained nation in the sunny slave South Pacific. You gotta love it. Sipping cocktails, smoking weed, that's what New Zealand's all about. My very special guest is Miss Tila. Tequila, welcome to the show. We finally got you on properly.
Thank you, even though all I can hear is blah, 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 blah. It's still being cut off, but
Okay.
it's so weird, man. Okay, let me just say, because the people are, if you can hear me fine, then I'm just going to talk, because I can't hear you at all. But I'm just going to keep talking because the people have been waiting. First of all, what I'm going to point out is, why in the world are these so-called powerful elites who run the world, why are they so scared of Tila Tequila? Why? What do I know about these so-called people? What deep, dark secret do I know about them to make them so scared of Tila Tequila and shut me down? And they shut down my other friend's radio station who posted something about me. They wiped out his entire archives, and he has not been attacked like that for over a year. And the fact that he didn't even interview me yet, we hadn't even set it up. He just posted a blog in advance to let people know. Before I could even come on the show, they wiped out his entire archives. They rebooted his website, so all of his interviews are gone. So why in the world, I want people to know this, why in the world are the elites so scared of Tila freaking Tequila, which is me, and what is it that I know about them that maybe other conspiracy theorists, maybe some know, maybe some don't, or maybe because I have a lot of people who listen to me on all demographic levels of, teenagers to adults, everybody. So maybe that's a big threat to them. But what is it that they're so afraid of? Why are they trying to shut me up? Why are they annihilating everybody else who are trying to support me? Even fans that are like 14 with, who start like supporting Tila websites that nobody really goes to, they get shut down as well. Why are the elites so scared of me? And I'm sure everybody listening now would like to know what it is, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, but the thing is, I also have to keep a lot of it. I've implanted seeds all over the place. So if anything happens to me, they will all be revealed and exposed, every single one of them and everything I know. So if they mess with me, if they try to kill me or do whatever they've tried to done in the past, I have already set it up so that if anything happens to me, all information that I know shall be revealed to the world. And this is not a joke. So that is my kind of protection, if you will. And that's nothing to do with hiding secrets from the people, because I want to help the people. But at the same time, the main secret, I'm going to keep that as my safety net.
Could you tell us...
As far as the New World Order, yes, can go ahead.
I was just wanting you to... I was just wanting you to tell us a little bit about how you found out about the New World Order and the Illuminati. I mean, you were in Hollywood and being a supermodel and all of that kind of thing. How did you find out about all this stuff?
They're cutting you off. It's best if you just type it to me because, like I said, they follow me everywhere. They have their drone bots. They have, just like Peter said on my show yesterday, there's a campsite that they infiltrate everybody they follow, and I'm on their target list. So every show I go on, even my show, when I play it back, the important things that I try to tell people, they block that out so people can't even hear it. The important parts that I release, the information, it gets blurred out by them. So that's why I can't hear you, Vincent. Yeah. Okay. So you're asking me, yes, I do have deep experience in the entertainment industry. And yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years. in the industry, and I started out just. That's why I love America so much. That's why I love the world so much. That's because I am the American dream. And I want to keep it that way for everybody else. Like we came from a poor family. My family. A little background about myself, really quickly. My family came from the Vietnam War generation, so we escaped on a boat, trying to come to America. Then we went.
Okay, Tila, you've cut out there a bit. We seem to have lost her connection, so we'll try and reconnect her up via phone if that's at all possible. So, is it not self-evident, right? Girl comes on, she says, I'm being hacked, every single thing is being sabotaged, and then you're live on radio, she drops off, or she can't hear me, her video freezes, my internet, my actual frickin' internet cuts out, my Skype keeps signing out by itself, we keep losing connections with AFR, we've got trolls in the chat room, it's like, holy cow! Really stirred up the hornet's nest here, man. Bring it on! Bring it on. Okay, whatever you got. Come on, try and delete all the stuff off my website. Try and mess with me. Try and shoot bullets through my frickin' front window or something like that. Bring it on. Whatever you got. You think you can intimidate us? Mate, you don't know what we've been through. You don't know who you're dealing with. And I'm not going to threaten you. I'm not going to say that, I'm going to hire assassins to come down and kill you or expose your stuff or whatever. What I'm simply saying is that anything you do to me is inconsequential. You are pathetic. You are scum and trash and filth who are doing bad things to good people. And you will receive your justice in due course. In the meantime, we are not going to give in. If you have anything that you don't like about us, hey, I can assure you, we're up for negotiations. Come up and say, hey, Vinny, maybe you should just, shut up and get off your radio show. Okay, well, what are you going to compensate me with, man? If I'm going to stop doing this radio show, stop telling the truth, stop giving a frack about people, stop trying to help people survive the BS that you put down on them, what's my compensation? Okay? Have I got anything that you can give me that's going to make my conscience clear if I stop doing the right thing? There isn't. You've got nothing I want. I'm talking to all you cops, all you CIA, all you NSA and SIS, and all the various other alphabet fracks out there who got no conscience. Doing what you're doing right now identifies you as an enemy of humanity. You are serving the wrong people. Your family and you will die if you keep doing this. And it won't be me who kills you. It'll be your bosses. I can assure you that every single moment throughout history where a tyrannical scumbag who has no concern for other people's rights takes over, they exterminate all of their henchmen that helped them get there. Because they are the only people who can actually damage you once you're in power. Okay, Tila, I think you're there.
Yes, I'm back, man. They keep trying to cut us off.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, the minute it's not just some technical difficulty. It's not a coincidence that every time I do a show, this happens. And it's not a coincidence that my friends, that's why I protect them. I don't reveal, whoever's already public, like you and Peter, and, so that's fine if you want to put yourself at risk. But other people, like I said, the elites and the cabal, they wiped out their entire archives. Anybody that has anything to do with me. Now, again, as I was going into why I love America so much and our world and New World Order, isn't it funny that we get cut off in that moment?
Yeah, well, we've been getting cut off the whole way through it, I think, and I think that's even funnier.
Isn't it? I'm telling you, I am on their target list. I'm probably like the number one target list fugitive on the freaking list over there, on their desk. But the flattering thing is, Vincent, all these elites are listening to your show right now.
Yeah, I feel deeply appreciative. And while you were off air, disconnected, I gave them a little message, namely, bring it on.
Exactly. And can I curse or no?
No, we can't curse on this. This is FCC.
Shows, I'm always going off on them, calling them cowards and F-bombs everywhere. And, you know, I'm usually not like that. I love people, but they're not people. They are killing people. And, you know, I don't appreciate that. So, and they are cowards because the definition of a coward, hello, I'm a little female, you know, 4'11". I'm not even 5 foot. If I walk past through like McDonald's or one of those gas stations, I don't even hit the 5 foot mark, which is pretty embarrassing. But why are they so afraid of me? Why do they keep trying to cut me off? Why? Hello, I know you guys are listening. We're very flattered, Vincent and I, that you're tuning into the show right now. Thanks. But you know what? I'm not going to stop talking. The more you keep trying to threaten me, the more you try to cut us off, the more the people are believing us. They're coming on our side, not you. And I'm talking to the elites right now, the cabal who's listening, because the more you're doing this is proof to the people. Even the ones who didn't believe me before, they're coming in drones, hundreds of them, letting me know, like, hey, Tila, I used to think, you know, you're this and that, but ever since this has happened, you know, I'm with you all the way. It's messed up. And so the more they try to silence me, it's backlashing in their face. So F you. And we're flattered that you're always tuning in and trying to cut us off, but whatever. I'm still talking, honey. Go ahead, Vincent. You want to? Are we still?
Well, yeah.
Difficulties?
No. We're still here. We seem to be working fine now. We'll see how long it lasts. The other thing that I was kind of mentioning as well is that the listeners to the show have doubled or tripled what's regular. And what occurs to me, Tila, is I've had a look at your YouTube channel and watched a number of your videos, and you've got like 78,000 subscribers. I got like 4,500 subscribers. So here's the deal. This is the reason why you're being attacked personally and really, really under the hammer, whereas I'm not, is you are mainstream, more or less. You are the most popular person on MySpace. You have a huge audience that listen to, that hang on your every frickin' word, and as in so doing, as soon as you come out against the New World Order and Illuminati, you actually seem to have much more of an impact than a lot of people. Hence, you become a target, whereas others would not.
Yeah, that's true as well. That's why I'm being targeted. But at the same time, you know, they wouldn't be so threatened. They're just threatened because people believe you. Because, you know, there's tons of people out there like me who are talking and speaking out, who do have listeners, who do have a fan base. But they're more threatened by me is because the people, they see me, they see the following, that the people are listening, that the people trust me because I am on their side. I have no reasons to lie. I prove that. Every time I say something, it comes true, you know, and it's so funny because ever since I spoke out about them recently, they started attacking me again. I'm not going to say this idiot's name because I'm not trying to promote him, but he's this idiot who so-called wrote this book about the Illuminati, and he was pretty much told to say that. You can tell. Go on his YouTube, whatever. He's talking all this crap about me. But it's the same thing. But if you look at those comments, now it's backlashing. Maybe 5 years ago, everybody would have went along with it, like sheep, bandwagoning and saying like, yeah, you're right. She's, you know, mental and, you know, this attention or whatever. But now it's backlashing because he's just reading off a script pretty much because they're telling him what to do. They're pulling the strings, as well as, for instance, with the Alex Jones thing. I honestly think that he had interest on me coming on the show, just like Larry and Alex, they both had interest of me coming on the show, but the people above them pulled some strings, and that's why I don't announce things anymore ahead of time, because that's when they know, and they pull the strings, and then all of a sudden I get cut off. You know what I mean? And the people who do it on purpose, I know because, well, there's just a lot of stuff happening. As far as what we were talking about when they cut us off is
I think
the
we're
New
about to
World
be cut off
Order and
by
all that, right?
Actually, Tila, we're about to be cut off from break in a minute, and the thing that I kind of wanted to go into is we've only got one segment left. You know, the vast majority of the show has just gone because of the technical difficulties. So when we get back, what I want to do is go into your personal experience in the entertainment industry and how this actually gives you a deep insight into the real workings of the industry, and conversely the New World Order, mind control, and all this other stuff. I want to get into that like quick, hard, and fast before we have to go, because I know you're a very busy lady and you've got to go on tour. You're listening to the Vinny Eastwood Show, ladies and gentlemen, on AmericanFreedomRadio.com, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes, folks. Welcome back. We're jamming a big monkey wrench into the mechanism of the New World Order, throwing your bodies upon the gears and the wheels to bring it to a grinding halt. It's the Vinny Eastwood Show. Hopefully my guest Tila Tequila is still on the line. Tila, are you still there?
I'm still alive and kicking, honey.
Thank
Never
goodness.
stopping.
I was just worried that a big black SUV might run through your house and try and kill you again.
Oh, they tried earlier, but, you know, I shot them down with my bow and arrow.
Yeah, like Guinevere.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I just want to thank all the elites who are tuning in right now. You're giving us power. That's awesome, because we're taking it back from you cowards. And I'm about to go full blast and expose you cowards right now on the Vincent Eastwood Show. So, yeah, we don't have much time left here. But as far as the entertainment industry, I'm going to try to make this quick because we don't have much time left. Make a long story short, you know, I was pretty much just like everybody else out there with, the American dream. Yeah, I want to move to Hollywood. I want to do this, glitz and glamour. And you have all these innocent, dreams and hopes. And it's beautiful, right? Then you get in there and you realize, whoa, it's nothing like what you think. It is nothing like what you think. It's evil. It causes you... That's why lots of people die of overdoses, so-called, or they seem like they're, they can turn everything against you. That it's just evil. That's why a lot of other celebrities, a lot of people ask me, well, how come a lot of the other insiders, the celebrities, how come they know about this stuff, but how come they don't speak out? Well, because they're so far in it, and they're so, they become so buddies and best friends with these very powerful people that they are scared. They don't want to come out. They don't want to ruin their reputation. They want to maintain their fame. They want to keep their wealth. They don't care about the people. As long as they keep making their money, as long as they keep being worshipped, like they're gods, feeding their egos, they're not going to come out for, to help anybody. They're not. They're just going to do what they're told. And if they try to leave, they either get killed, like Tupac, Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson, especially when he spoke out, he called out, Tom and Batola, everybody. He called them out, called them evil. They killed him. The insiders, we all know what happened. All right. Same with the Disney. Everybody who thinks, don't let your kids watch these Disney shows, because as you leave your television on because you're busy, making breakfast or whatever, your kids are watching these cartoons that are subliminally sending them satanic messages, pornographic subliminal messages, and causing these children to grow up to be very corrupt. That's why they have music that reaches out to more like children, kind of like Lady Gaga and Nicki Minaj. For us adults, we don't, for those who are not awake and aware, we think, oh, well, I love her music. Yeah, sure. Some of it's cool, awesome music, whatever. But if you know what they're trying to do, that's why before Nicki or Lady Gaga became famous, and by the way, I know Katy Perry way before she was famous. I know Kesha. I know Kim way before all of them became famous. I know all of them before they were famous. I've been doing this for 10 years, but they make them, just like they made me, become this persona. But then I was the only one who fought back. I didn't want to do it anymore. But that's why they changed. Like, Nikki, before she became famous, she was nothing like that. She was just, herself, this rapper, trying to make it. Same with Katie, same with everybody. But they changed her image to try to reach out to these little kids that send these frequencies out to brainwash them, corrupt them, just like the Olympics recently. It's all these symbolics, it's rituals, like Jay-Z on his show, like his concerts. When you're chanting along with him, you guys got to realize when you chant with them and throw up the all-seeing eye, you are summoning the devil. They're having rituals as they're doing these concerts, and you're taking part of it without even realizing it. The more you're kind of like meditation. On the light side, if a group meditates, we meditate like light and light energy and love and power in a high force. So we manifest positive things. They can also channel in mass groups of channeling and chanting these songs and words, and they use that energy in the crowd to summon the satanic rituals that they make you all take part of without you even realizing. There's also things that they attack you with to attack your brain without you even seeing, which is the scary part. But my whole thing is, I tell these people this information. Yes, it's scary, but I also tell them how to shield themselves from it, to protect themselves. So I'm not this fear-mongering agent, I tell them the truth. It's scary, but I also tell them how they can protect themselves. As long as they're aware, they can protect themselves and not be attacked by these demonic entities, because that's what they do. A lot of these so-called overdoses and so-called accidental deaths in Hollywood, they're not accidents, let me tell you. They're not accidents. And just like what happened to me in February, they try to say, oh, she tried to kill herself, suicide, blah, 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 she's mental. That's fabricated. It's not true. So, am I still on?
Yeah, you're still on. And I've been talking about this on the show for a while, is that, well, basically Hollywood is more or less just a social engineering program. Psychologically, you use entertainment, and the COINTELPRO systems by the FBI and other government agencies are intimately involved.
Let me tell you something. The ones that are picked, they're all picked from youngins. They're all programmed as children. In the Disney got infiltrated when it started, and they use that as a satanic cult. That's why, again, I said this before, and I'll say it again on your show, that a lot of people out there with so much talent, and they wonder, why is that I have talent, but how come it's so hard for me to make it? It's because people who make it were already chosen. For instance, it's not a coincidence that Britney, even Amy Winehouse, that's not publicly known because they don't promote that. If you look online, search for it. Amy Winehouse was also part of Disney when she was a child. There's pictures of her wearing the Disney Mickey Mouse hat, and they had the owl on her shoulder and all this satanic stuff. So they groom these children, they molest these children to brainwash them, and that's why when Britney Spears shaved her head, she tried to break through the system. That's why I love her till this day. I will always support her. But unfortunately, that's why when she shaved her head, she says, I want them to stop touching me. The world, of course, and the media were told to say that she's gone crazy, yada, yada, just like they did to me. But the truth is, she was trying to break free from them, and if she didn't do what they said, they would have killed her too. But so they reprogrammed her, and that's why now she's back to kind of being under their MK Ultra mind control, and that's why she's still alive. Otherwise, they would have killed her too. So Amy Winehouse was killed because she tried to break free. That's why Whitney Houston. That's why they try to say, oh, well, she's cracked up. They do certain things because they don't want to be part of that anymore. And if they find you no longer useful, you're going to be dead. So it's a very evil place. And
And you're right in the middle
which
of
is
it.
heartbreaking because when I started, I thought like, wow, I love America, like where dreams can come true. But then once you're in it, they can just, oh my God, they can ruin you. I'm telling you, it's very evil. They can attack you spiritually and mentally. They have these technologies that are 25 to 75 years in advance from us. That's why I keep telling the people that we have a right to overthrow the government. That is long known, that we, the people, have a right to overthrow the government if we feel that they're not doing their jobs to protect us and keep, you know what I mean? And they're trying to change the Bill of Rights. They're already doing that. They're changing the amendments, which is, it's just full of BS, Vince. I'm just really upset, and that's why I'm speaking out, and that's why they're targeting me, because I know even more than what the general public already knows about the New World Order and this and that. It goes way, way deeper into that, and maybe I can come back on your show another day when I have more time and go further into that, because people need to know. And the more I expose, unlike back then, I was scared and they kept attacking me, but I'm not scared anymore because it's not working. I'm not going to let them bully me again, and I'm pissed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I say let them watch, let them listen. Every moment these analysts actually sit here and listen to our shows, Tila, our propaganda is working against them.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm telling you, like, it goes way back, especially, and I'm going to call it out because I don't live there, nor do I go there much and whatever, so I don't care. But their main source comes from, I'm telling you right now, the royal family, they're very evil people. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, whatever, but it's the truth. Queen Elizabeth, their bloodline goes way back. I'm talking way back into ancient times. That's why they like to keep it in their bloodlines. That's why some of the stories that's why they killed Princess Diana, because she also knew stuff about them, and when she was no longer needed and she left the family, that's why they killed her. She was actually alive. She was still alive for 90 minutes in that tunnel. They waited for her to die until they finally took her to the hospital. But she was trapped in that car, still alive and breathing, Vincent, for 90 minutes. They could have saved her, but they waited for her to die. And during that day, they turned off all of those, those cameras.
Security
in London,
cameras, all 14 of them. All 14 of them malfunctioned on the exact same night.
And,
yeah.
it was all
Tila,
planned.
I'm sorry, we've come to the end of the show now, and if you want to see more from Tila, you can search Tila Tequila or Miss Tila. She'll be on the internet there for you.
MissTilaOG.com. That's my new site. They blocked my other sites, took everything down.
We're going to go, Tila.